Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today I have a new hero concept video for you, and I know I've been meaning to do this for a long time. You guys have really been asking for it as of late, so I figured I'd jump in and get one done. I just haven't really had the time to sit down and really prep for this and organize it, but I had some time this afternoon, so I thought I'd get a new one out for you guys. And today we are going to be talking about one of my favorite characters in all of Star Wars, somebody that's pretty cool and I feel like is really underrated, and that is Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now, for those of you that don't know, he's actually an animated character. He's had a couple of novels in Legends and also canon, and he's also appeared in the animated version of Star Wars Rebels. So if you guys want to know a bit more about him, definitely do your research because he is a very cool character. Now, before I jump into all the stats and star cards and abilities that he's going to have or that I can see him having in Battlefront 2, I definitely want to ask you guys to smash that like button. Let's see if we can go for 500 likes on the return of the hero concept videos, and drop a comment down below who you would like to see me do a hero concept for next. And if you haven't already seen the other ones that I've done previously, there will be a card popping up on screen as well as a link down in the description to the playlist for all my other concept videos. Anyways, getting straight into it, I'm going to give him right around 750 health. I think this is a good spot for a general blaster hero. Between 700 and 750 is where most of them sit. You know, Boba's at 650 now since his buff. You know, Han, Leia, Lando, they're all at that like 700 to 750 mark. I think that would be a pretty good spot to slot Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now, in terms of his run speed, I'm probably just going to put him on par with Han Solo. I think that's kind of like the generic blaster hero run speed, and he's going to be wielding the RK3 blaster. Now, this is the Imperial default blaster in Battlefront 2, so if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, jump in around as the Imperial faction, grab the default blaster and equip that, and pretty much just run around and shoot that off for a little bit. You'll get the rough idea, but I'm going to give it a slightly faster fire rate to give it a little bit more power, as he is going to be a hero, and that way it can be a little bit stronger than the standard RK3 that the officer wields. It's also going to do 45 damage per hit at close to medium range, and then 30 damage per hit at a longer distance, so there is going to be a little bit of damage drop off. These numbers for damage pretty much puts him a little bit higher for Lando in terms of DPS, and I think that's kind of a good spot to put Grand Admiral Thrawn. Like, you don't want him to be so high that he's going to have the damage output of Han's blaster, but it does have a slower fire rate, so because Grand Admiral Thrawn's RK3 is going to have a faster fire rate, we can't give him too much damage per shot either. So the damage is going to be about 45 per hit at close range and 30 at the longer range. Now, in terms of skins, we don't really have a whole lot. It's probably just going to be his Imperial uniform. Maybe if there's an image somewhere of like his native outfit that he wore sort of before he joined the Imperial Navy, maybe if I can find something like that, I'll pop it up on screen. But if not, you guys are just going to have to use your imagination. I'm sure there are some other cool options for skins out there, so if you do know anything and you know a little bit more on Grand Admiral Thrawn than I do, definitely drop a skin idea in the comments below. Now, in terms of abilities, he was a different one that I wanted to have, and of course he is a Grand Admiral, so he's going to be a support type character, something similar to like the likes of Yoda or Finn. You know, they have buff abilities, and I kind of did some research into his background as well, being Chiss, and I came up with a couple of different options for abilities. Now, the first one doesn't really have anything to do with his race or anything like that, but it's just a combat baton. Now, this is going to be the left ability, so depending on whether you're Xbox, PlayStation, or PC, whichever your left triggered ability is going to be, Thrawn is actually a really skilled tactician in hand-to-hand combat, so he's going to be good in close quarters, and there are times where he's wielded a riot baton to take down sentry droids. So having seen this before, I think this would be a really cool idea and make it kind of similar to the ability of the BX commando droid when it uses the vibro sword, giving it the ability to strike 3 times before a cooldown, but then with the ability to boost it up to 6 swings with star cards, so give it 1 extra hit per star card level. I think that would be really, really cool. Maybe, I guess if we've got 4 star card levels, you could do it at 2 and then add 1 for each star card level. That would be pretty cool. And I'd give it around 75 damage per hit. That way you can 2 hit regular infantry, 3 hit if they're a heavy or a buffed officer, and you can still be a viable ability to use against heroes at close range. And again, it's going to be similar to how the lightsaber heroes can block the vibro sword of the BX, but you can still do a decent amount of damage if you do manage to sneak up on them. I don't know if I'd give it a knockdown effect just because I'm giving it like 6 swings here, so if we give it 6 swings and a knockdown effect, that's going to be pretty OP. So I think we'll cut that out and just leave it with the standard damage. The second ability I want to give him is going to be the middle ability, and this is going to be called Commander. Obviously, he is a support role. He is a support character, so this is going to be similar to Finn's Big Deal ability, and it's an improved version of Battle Command, providing Thrawn himself as well as his surrounding teammates with a 50-point health buff and the ability to fire off your weapons without overheating for 3 seconds, and it can be boosted by star cards as well. This health buff to not only Thrawn but his teammates surrounding him as well is a really great counter to the likes of Yoda or Finn buffing the light side, because sometimes objectives become really difficult to take if you're the attacking side and you've got an enemy Yoda on the other team that's just buffing everyone around him and giving them bonus health. So I think it's a good idea to give this to Thrawn, kind of balances that out a little bit for the dark side. The third ability, which is going to be your right triggered ability depending again on your platform, is called Chiss Reflexes. Now the Chiss, they do have heightened hearing, so they're pretty much really good at sensing things, and they have a level of infrared vision. So they have red eyes. If you didn't know, they're blue skinned in complexion, but they have bright red eyes. So this is said to have levels of infrared. So the ability is going to give infrared sight to Thrawn, similar again to that of the BX Commando droid. However, I think the infrared appearance on screen would be more similar to the view of Lando's Night Sniper when zoomed in, blue in coloration, however with red heat signatures for targets, just to make it really clear what you're going to be shooting at. This ability will allow Thrawn to recognize heat signatures through walls and enemy footsteps to become easier to hear. So again, this is going to go off all of his reflexes, not just his sight, but his hearing as well. You can hear enemy footsteps much easier when this is activated, and the ability to see through walls again is kind of a counter to Rey's inside ability, allowing you to see where enemies are. So this is going to be a really cool ability. I think it would balance it out with Rey. I'm kind of giving him a combination of different light side hero moves that I don't think have a counter for the dark side. So I know Bosk has his infrared. It could be very similar to that if you think about it. Now, to wrap all this up, let's talk about a few star cards. Now, I had some basic ideas, but you guys might have thought of something better to add on for Grand Admiral Thrawn. So if you do, definitely let me know below. But again, we're going to start with a standard health on kill. As of right now, we don't have a passive health on kill for heroes, so they are still registering as star cards. In the meantime, we are going to have a health on kill as a star card. The second one is going to be an increased active time for kills while Chiss Reflexes is active. So this gives you that infrared sight as well as that improved hearing for a longer period of time, as long as you're getting kills while it's activated. Now, I should mention too that you can deactivate this manually. It's not just going to stay on until the timer runs out. You can also deactivate it manually. So the next star card is going to be more swings for the combat baton, and we spoke about this just a minute ago, taking it up to a potential 6 swings. So starting it off at 2, but with each level of the star card, it gets 1 more swing. That would be pretty cool. I'd have to register and sort of test it out to see if it would be any good or if it would be too OP, or I don't know, 6 might be a little bit much, but we'll see. Let me know what you guys think about that one. And then the next one is going to be the commander ability has a larger area of effect. This effect is going to have a 360-degree effect on your teammates. So similar again to Finn's Big Deal or Yoda's presence ability. So that way you can have a larger area of effect with this star card. The next one is going to be a longer timer for commander. So the health buff as well as the unlimited blaster fire does last for a little bit longer with a star card boost. And the blaster fire without overheating can last up to 6 seconds. The next star card would give a faster recharge time after 3 kills with the combat baton. This would be really cool. I think it would just give you that edge and kind of that necessity, or not necessity, but more desire to use the combat baton. Close range abilities can often get overlooked because we do play in a heavy blaster type environment. A lot of the time you're at range, and the only time you're up close is when you kind of flank around someone. So giving a lunge distance to the combat baton as well as the ability to recharge it after 3 kills faster would probably have you using it a little bit more than if it was just a standard ability without a star card boost. The next card would be an increased active time for Chiss Reflexes. Again, just gives you a standard boost of active time. And then the final star card I came up with was increased range for heat signature detection while Chiss Reflexes is active. Again, this is very similar to the star card that Rey has that boosts her inside ability to a further range. So similar sort of thing for Thrawn. He's going to be able to pick up enemy heat signatures from further away. He's going to kind of be able to see the enemy team at a longer distance and kind of just give you the competitive edge when you are going for kill streaks, or even just trying to penetrate a zone that you're not really sure about. If he can see through the walls, you know, with a heat detection, that would be really awesome to kind of get yourself situated or know which area you want to attack from. That way you can know where a team is, or if there's more people on, say, the left side of Naboo going into the second phase, or the right side of Naboo, and you kind of know which way to attack, and you can help lead your teammates, because that's what he is. He is a Grand Admiral. He is a leader. He's a commander, and that's kind of how I see him playing in Star Wars Battlefront 2. So if you guys enjoyed this hero concept video, definitely let me know down in the comments below, and smash a big thumbs up if you did like it. It's been a while since I've done a hero concept video, so it's kind of fun to get back into them. I didn't realize just how much I enjoyed actually recording these videos until I was doing the research and finding out a little bit more on Grand Admiral Thrawn. So definitely let me know who you want to see next, because I plan on making this a regular part of my YouTube uploads, and I'm going to try and get at least one out a week for you guys. So keep giving me character recommendations and I will keep the hero concept videos coming. Thank you again for watching. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and turn on all notifications for future Battlefront 2 videos. Thank you so much again for watching. I am the Twisted Jedi, and may the Force be with you always.
The Sith are all powerful. You are no match for me.